I can't, I'm sure we've had this panel before, but I don't remember it.
No.
I don't remember.
It's the first time.
It's a real father-son moment about to happen on stage. And with me, the best grandfather in the world, it's a family photo. All right. Please give it up for Alexander Calvert and Mark Pellegrino! Your father figure, put your tiny hand in mine. I will be your preacher, teacher, anything you had in mind. I will be your father figure, I have had enough of God. I will be the one who loves till the end of time.
3 generations right here, baby. Look what we made. Look what we made. Right?
Come on.
Hey,
Oh,
where you going?
oh, Jack. Wow.
He did this to me. He went with the Winchesters before.
See?
How do you feel about the Winchesters?
Oh, they're fun. They're my favorites.
What?
Yeah, no, I love them.
Oh, I think they suck.
Right, well, you guys have this.
Good, stand up straight.
Well, because of you.
Right, I know. But like, they're just like my
There he
favorites.
is.
Oh, Jack, you're back. Jack's back.
Look what we made.
Look what you guys made is kind of the real.
I'm proud of you to have us.
Thank you. Thank you, Dad.
Dad, granddad, best granddad ever.
Well, that's questionable, but yeah, sure.
We used to talk about that when right before you zapped me, we were laughing that like.
So we're calling it a zap.
Yeah, it's a zap. Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
Took my God away. But we used to laugh at. There was never a moment between you where I was like, "Ah, my grandson." There was never.
Yeah, no, the writers were like, we're not worried about Rob. You know, they're like, should we give him a really cute moment? You know?
No.
Not even like an appeal
Nothing.
before he zapped you? Like,
Nothing.
come on, man, I'm your granddad. No, nothing.
There wasn't even a conversation.
No.
No.
It's awful.
I know.
We're a terrible family. We're a toxic family.
Very toxic.
We need therapy. You don't need therapy. You turned out all right for some reason.
Yeah. Not us.
We got issues.
For someone with 3 uncles, 3 fathers, you know, it turned out okay.
Yeah, you did.
Well, you
so.
had a lot of examples in contrast, right?
Yes.
You had the contrast of greatness with the Winchesters.
Yeah.
So,
And I had Chuck, you know.
Hey,
And it was like, oh, there's my grandfather getting the shit beat out of him by my uncles. That's cool.
what?
I mean, I kicked the shit out of them, but yeah.
No, you're doing pretty good. Yeah.
I was doing good until you came along. Hey, but God 2.0, you're doing great.
Thank you.
All right, I must go away to somewhere.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
What's up, guys? It's the last day of the con. Oh, it's so sad. How do you feel about the last day of the con?
Well, it's the last day and the first day for me. So, you just put them together.
So it's a mixed blessing, is what you're saying. It's
Listen, life is a mixed blessing, truly.
oh, listen to all this philosophy coming out of you.
Oh, boy,
this is deep.
Nope.
This is a Q&A right now. You don't want to turn this into...
You're right. You don't want to hear about my philosophical leanings. It's true. How you doing, Jersey?
Jersey!
Who'd like to make some stereotypical jokes? Give it up for tracksuits and crime. Only in like the Sopranos way. What else? What else do you know about Jersey?
I don't know, it's the Garden State? Is it the Garden State?
A lot of gardens.
So does that mean there's a lot of gardens here?
The Garden State is actually a trick to get you into the state.
Oh, they're like, oh,
You go, it's full of gardens.
it's great, it's gonna be beautiful, and then you get here and... It sucks.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa, that's intense language.
Whoa!
How many people think New Jersey sucks? Clear minority. How many think New Jersey rocks?
Yeah.
Okay, so... I believe the majority.
Philly! Some real Philly love here, Jesus.
Really? I thought that was a little tepid.
I don't know.
What's better, Philly or Newark?
No?
Trenton or New York City? Okay.
Rhode Island,
Trenton.
I don't know that this is leading anywhere productive.
I'm learning a lot. Well, if you guys have any fun facts, please don't hesitate to let me know.
When I first visited New York, I went from the Trenton station to Trade Center, and they said that you couldn't go into the bathrooms alone in the Trenton station. This was in the
Too many
90s.
sexy men, or what?
Not sexy men.
Oh.
Men who wanted to hurt you,
Oh.
take your stuff.
Okay.
Is this true to this day? Trenton.
God damn. Okay. I was going for like the gay hookup zone, but like instead of I'll walk in just being like, so what's up, and I'm just getting beat up. That's cool. Cool. Great.
in the face.
This isn't the cruising America I dreamt of. Only a couple people know what that is.
Cruising America?
Yeah.
Go tell. Do tell.
It's
I
where you
know
get an
it.
RV and you drive across the country.
And
You meet some adorable people along the way. Hello!
Hi, my name is Abby. My question is for Alex. If you could pick someone else to be your father, who would it be and why?
But why would I do that when I have so many great fathers here with me already?
that includes.
No, yeah, that's including you, of course.
Right.
But that being said, Nicolas Cage. Yeah. I mean, you guys are cool, but are you Nick Cage?
That's true, we're not. But Nicolas Cage, say, in what film?
Leaving Las Vegas.
You're dark. You are dark.
Okay, Gone in 60 Seconds. How about it?
Gone 60 Seconds.
Hey, he's got cool leather jackets, he's got fast cars, he's very Winchester-y there.
What about National Treasure? He's got the sort of Indiana Jones thing going, right? He's an intellectual, Con Air.
Con Air? Oh, love Con Air.
What about Pig?
What about what?
Pig.
Pig? Haven't seen Pig.
You haven't seen Pig?
Haven't seen Pig.
Have you guys seen Pig? Yeah. Pretty good, right? Yeah, you guys.
So Nick Cage, yeah.
All right, Nick Cage. Whatever.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
Oh no, what's your sign say?
Well, first before I show you the sign, you scared me in Vegas, you scared me in Indy.
What would you do for a Klondike bar? This is really starting to haunt me. This is the convention number 3, where we have been in a battle of what would you do for a Klondike bar.
You and who? Just you and her? Amanda?
Me and Amanda have been locked. You guys are probably wondering, why? What would you do for a Klondike bar? This has been a battle for us, and I still don't have the answer. So I'd like to turn it over to Mark Pellegrino.
Wait, what, Amanda, what would you do for a Klondike bar?
She won't do anything is the answer.
What? You'd do nothing for a Klondike bar?
I don't really like them.
Then why even ask the question?
He started it.
You started
It's
this?
my fault.
And you don't even have an answer either?
Well, my answer is also nothing. I would pay the $3 or whatever. No.
You guys are so boring.
That's what people usually say at my panels. They go, "Hey, Alex, you seem like a boring guy." You know?
They do not. Well, that is true, I have to.
It's
But I wasn't going to say it out loud.
No, it's kind of you.
No.
So we could end with you. Do you have an actual question?
Yeah, I actually did. So, am I going to get an answer or am I going to get a Klondike bar answer?
We'll see.
Okay, all right. My actual question is, if you could be involved with any of the following shows, 911, Walking Dead, or This Is Us, which would it be and why?
Is this for both of us?
You answered yesterday.
What?
No, not yesterday. You were in 911.
You see, this is why we get in fights. You hear those sassy answers. Mark, you want to go first?
I would say This Is Us. I'm a huge fan of This Is Us. I have not seen an episode yet where I didn't laugh and cry, and then laugh and cry simultaneously, like hysterically. I mean, it's just such a...
10 moments that made me cry.
It's such a great show. Such a great
It
show.
seems very intense emotionally.
It is.
Yeah.
It is, but very real, very, I think, relatable. I think everybody can relate to the problems that they all have, and the issues that they're all going through. It's great. Then there's a part of me that I wouldn't mind. The Walking Dead sort of bores me.
What? You guys like The Walking Dead?
Bores me. You know, it's like when the characters sit down and start having these long monologues about what they're doing and what's, I just check the fuck out. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Kill zombies, for fuck's sake. What are you doing talking about your life? Who cares? Kill something.
Is that how they do it on This Is Us?
No, but I don't expect that.
Oh,
When
okay.
I'm watching a zombie show, I want to see people getting from point A to point Z and having issues.
Point C? That's good.
Point A to point Z.
No, that's good.
Okay,
Yeah.
very good. So, but I want to see that. I don't want to see, you know.
You want to see the carnage.
I want to see the carnage, and I don't want people talking about themselves.
Just stabbing.
No, but I want to see it. I want to see it in action, right? If I want to watch people talking about themselves, I'll go see a play. But you're right. I'm watching a cinematic medium. I want to see the action. I don't want to hear people talking.
I would probably like to be on Walking Dead, just for the murder.
No,
But not for the talking.
because it's the biggest show on television. It's even bigger than This Is Us, right? It depends on who you ask. No, I mean, but there've got to be hard numbers that show us one way or the other.
Statistically, yes, The Walking Dead has pulled in more money because it has several spin-offs, it has the
Yeah.
comics, so it has been bigger.
I like the
Do you
comics.
work here? Do you work for The Walking Dead? What's going on?
I mean, I'd love to work for
Actually, our numbers are very strong right now.
Wait, isn't it over? Isn't The Walking Dead over?
No, it ends this year.
Is that 10 seasons?
I'm not gonna lie, I think I tuned out after they killed Carl. Because I really just love tuning in just to see the Carl. That was the best part for me. Whoa. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Wait, did you read the comics?
Grow up. We have the internet. Hi. If something's been on for 10 years, it's not a spoiler. That'd be like spoiling the end of Seinfeld.
I
You'd be
tuned
like,
out-
the shit's over.
I tuned out after Rick Grimes died. And then after the governor died. And then when Daryl croaked, that was the big one. He was so sexy. I didn't want him to die.
Can't let
Guys, let me ask a serious question. This
Uh-oh.
is a survival question.
Uh-oh.
How does Daryl kill so many zombies with all that hair in his face,
Yeah.
and with only one part of an eye showing?
That's his good eye. That's
his
why.
good eye?
Yeah, he like peers out of that one. Hey, thank you.
Oh my!
Wow.
Good service for the smile. Thank you.
When did life get so good?
What's your drink? Go ahead, tell me.
Do I have to? It's a vanilla latte?
How many people think my drink is worse?
What is it?
I have a decaffeinated soy mocha with whip.
Listen, I didn't come here to fight, you know? Hello.
Hi. This is a question that I'm asking everybody. What video on YouTube gives you the most happiness, and have you ever been kicked out of a game for being too good?
Like Monopoly or like a video game or what?
Any game, maybe just like board games. I
Okay.
don't know, like Trivial Pursuit or
Do
something.
you have a YouTube video that you love?
I mean,
Yeah, I'm concerned.
no, I'm afraid to say what I look at YouTube.
Yeah, I'm concerned about your search history. So when you go into private mode, what do you?
Tell the world what you watch on private mode.
Oh,
No,
I mixed up
it's
the
not
drinks.
that. I mean, did you try to take a drink from your
I
microphone?
was like,
Chip off the old block.
yeah. When you think actors are smart, you're wrong.
So, I mean, let me answer the second one first.
Okay.
I'm making a big deal out of this thing. You're gonna be totally disappointed about my YouTube things, but board games, I unfortunately mostly play with my wife, who's like Mensa and solves puzzles. Like she can go on, say, Words with Friends on a language she doesn't speak and beat native speakers in the language because she just knows how to combine letters, and if she knows how the letters start and end in that language, she could pretty much beat everybody. And by the way, she plays Serge on Words with Friends in French.
Oh, in
Serge was the DP of Supernatural. She plays him every day, and he's won maybe twice in the last 5 years.
I think you might have to call that like Words with Enemies at that point.
Well, and she doesn't just beat people, she beats them by hundreds of points. It's humiliating. So I've never won a board game with her either. I'm like, you just have good game. You have some kind of luck it's freakish. I've never won a game, so I can't say.
Damn. I don't know. I feel like I always lose Monopoly, or at least I lose morally. You know. Eventually, I just get so frustrated where I'm like, I gotta like mortgage the house. You know, it's a little too like real life for me. So I really hate that game.
Monopoly never ends well.
No.
We played that in the 70s, and we were already a toxic family where I came from, and just putting that game just made it worse.
Yeah. Random YouTube video. You know, I used to be very simple, and you know, I just love seeing people get hit in the balls. You know. But now that I've grown older, I've realized that, you know, you get a little older, you get a little more mature, and the thing you love more than that at this point is still people getting hit in the balls.
In the end,
it's all about.
But I also like watching street fights. So.
Yo, what?
Street fights. And bar brawls and stuff like that. They're just random. Because I like to see how people fight in real life, because it's never good. Or sometimes you see the guy that's, you know, thinks he's a street fighter go up against somebody who knows his shit, and that's interesting as well. So I watch that. I watch bare knuckle fights.
Wow.
UFC. I watch, you know, jiu-jitsu YouTube stuff. You know, stuff like that. Totally violent.
Street fights with Mark. My God.
I could host a show, Street Fights with Mark.
No, I'm actually more likely I'm gonna find a video of you fighting a guy in the street.
There might be one.
There actually might.
Well, I think the
footage.
last street fight I got into, I don't know if did they have cell phones in, what was it, 90?
Nope.
Well,
they didn't have video. That's
they didn't
for
have
sure.
video. Right.
No.
There were a lot of witnesses to it, but they're.
I was about to go into kindergarten then, so that's exciting. Yeah.
Get out.
I was just like, oh, I gotta learn my ABCs, and Mark is like, I'm gonna teach this guy the ABCs of violence. Yeah. Wow. That was okay.
So that's where I go to.
Maybe more like grumpy cat and stuff like that.
Oh, cats are great though. I love cat videos. They're
There's
hysterical.
street fight videos of cats.
You can combine that. You know, you get the crazy cat that grabs the guy by the nuts and just.
Yeah. I want the Mark Pellegrino presents cat fights. Hello.
This is a question for Alex. You've been on two of my favourite shows, Supernatural, obviously, and Arrow. And I just wanted to know.
Well, you're in the right place.
I just wanted to know if you could see any parallels between Jack and Lonnie Machin.
Not a lot of parallels. One was a innocent Nephilim, and the other one was a violent socio-psychopath who lit people on fire. So, you know what? I guess I did have the power to kill people. That would be the parallel. Do you have a parallel that you saw?
I was just thinking they're both products of their environment.
Way to give a smart answer and make me look dumb again. Don't worry, watch me drink my microphone real quick. Things will be good. That's a very lovely answer. I would say also that they have my face. Hello.
My question is mostly for Alex, but obviously you are welcome to answer too, Mark. Alex, since you and I are both 90 babies, I was just wondering, what do you miss most about the 90s?
Kurt Cobain.
What do I miss most about the 90s?
Like something that doesn't exist anymore.
Kurt
The
Cobain.
power of friendship. The fact that I didn't get to see Nirvana. Listen, Mark lived the 90s, so what did you miss?
You're saying you were too young.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I got to again, go to a great concert or something, or live through the last era before social media. You actually got to live it. So is there something you miss most particular about the 90s?
I mean, the busy signal on the phone.
Paging my drug dealer.
Answering machines. You know, the fact that you had to actually mostly talk to people in person instead
Well, I
of
don't know what
text.
that's like.
Yeah.
Weird.
I mean, that was, that encouraged, I think, connections that we don't really have anymore.
Here's a question. So when my phone rings, I assume that A, someone has died, or B, I'm in trouble. But back then, I feel like it must have been exciting. Like, no caller ID, you're just like, holy shit, this could be my mom. This could be someone I want to date. That could be thrilling.
I never quite looked at it that way. No, but check this out. There used to be a service called Time, right? You could call up and get the time. At the tone, the time will be.
Shut up. Really?
No, yeah. From wherever you were, you could get this time. But in California, I don't know if this happened in other states, in the pause between, at the tone, the time will be, there was a party line, and people were shouting out their numbers in the pause. That's how my stepbrother met his wife.
No way. What?
We were 16, and they started dating when they were 16, and then they became man and wife. But they
You're
met
kidding.
they met each
That
other.
is the most
that way.
90s thing I've ever heard in my life.
So that was actually more 80s, but I miss time that you could call. Can you still call it today and get the time? We don't need.
Y'all play watches?
Really?
Are you okay? I do love that though. Like, what time is it? And you're like, man, that person sounds real good looking on the other end of this time call.
No, they would just go 745. They'd just be shouting their number out, and if you caught it, you call them up, and then people would hook up, and this hookup just turned out to be like a lifelong deal.
Tinder of the 90s.
A serial killer's dream. Yeah. I mean, it probably was.
Yeah,
Just like hitchhiking was a serial killer's dream too, but it was like the fad in the 60s. That would probably be the one thing I would miss in the 60s. I actually hitchhiked a few times.
Yeah, but less people want to kill you, you know? I think, because you're like, you like street fights? They're like, don't fuck with this guy.
Well, they didn't know that at the time. How many people here have hitchhiked? How many people have gotten in the car with a really weird, wrong person? Yeah, okay.
What's wrong with you guys?
I have too. But you don't know. One of the best hitchhiking story, not best hitchhiking story I had, but one of the most interesting was, I was hitchhiking, and an old hippie on a tandem bike was driving it alone, and he stops, he's like, hey man, it's like you gotta work for it, but you wanna ride? And I got on! I love that guy. But then the bike broke down. The chain came off the spokes and broke, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, dude.
Okay, by the way, there's gotta be nothing sketchier than a man alone on a tandem bike.
Hey, I was 18 years old. I didn't have it in me to ask. To ask why. I just went.
Not like, hey, what happened to the last guy? Or what happened to your wife?
No, he didn't look like the type that had.
Yeah, he's not a wife guy.
No, very. I don't want to say antisocial because he was social enough.
But he was destined to die alone, is what you're saying.
I think so.
I understand.
Drug addled and alone.
Hello.
Hi, my name is Stacy.
Hey, Stacy.
Today is my son Andrew's birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
To Andrew?
Yes, Andrew.
What up, Andrew?
Thanks. Okay, Mark,
Yeah.
this question's for you. I loved you as your character, Lucifer, but I also really liked you as Jacob in Lost.
Thank you.
Thank you. My question is, throughout your career, who has been one of your favorite co-stars?
Quickly.
No, seriously.
That's such a biased question.
No, but this doesn't. This isn't just because he's here. You are one of my favorite people. All right. You're acting like this is. Don't say bullshit. Don't be bullshitting. I'm not. I'm actually saying that because you're your own man, and I really like that. There's a quality that I really like about somebody: independence, independent thinking. And he's got that. And I would say like. Sam Witwer is one of the people that I really bonded with on Being Human, and we're still friends to this day. And I'm good. You like Sam? Yeah, he's awesome. He's great in his animated stuff that he does, Star Wars stuff. Darth Maul, right? He plays Darth Maul.
Does Darth Maul?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's just an all-around cool dude. We nerd out together, and I dig him. So I would say he's been one of my favorites to work opposite. Thank you.
That's extremely flattering because Mark has worked with like Philip Seymour Hoffman, so Philip Seymour Hoffman, me, it's very kind of you.
Well, I was thinking more in terms of the personal like a guy like Philip Seymour Hoffman was really accessible and really cool and really generous to me, but I don't feel like I knew him, and that's when he passed. It was such a shock to me because I knew him on a different level. So great guy to work with, but.
Well, thank you. Also, you better get that. Also, I'm pretty sure this kid's like 4, so I don't know why he has a cell phone. He's like gotta text his kids from like preschool and shit.
That's something I miss from the 90s is when kids played outside.
They're not allowed outside.
But I don't think the number of serial killers and malignant characters. Hi, buddy. Hi. I remember you. He wanted to play the game and he held it out to me and yeah. All right, I remember. You were dressed as Crowley. All right.
Oh.
I want to see you dressed as Lucifer at my table today. I'm kidding, buddy. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I don't think the number of like malignant characters has gone up out there, but our paranoia about them has. And I think it's damaging. The kids can't go outside and play anymore. I used to play in the trees and ride my bike. Huh? Good, they gotta play outside.
They need to get filthy.
It's important for their brain development. They need to get dirty too, so their immune systems build up. They just need, right? We need to get anti-fragile.
Well, that's how I'm raising my kids.
You just
hello.
So as you know, Jack and Lucifer didn't exactly have the best relationship.
You could say that.
If they had a better relationship as father and son, what shenanigans do you think they would have gotten up to together?
Oh man. See, I was really hoping Jack would go evil, right? And I feel like we could have really rode down in the evil sphere. Yeah.
You wanted to go evil?
Oh yeah.
But I wanted to go good.
Well, listen, we've all got our desires.
None of which came true.
It happens.
I think Lucifer sort of spelled it out when I was giving you my vision of the universe, right? It was something like, oh, we can make, what did I say? Like pterodactyls, and I don't know, we could just go crazy and create crazy, weird things.
Yeah, I feel like that would be a blast. Making pterodactyls, playing with lightsabers, hanging out with real Darth Maul.
Right? We could create Darth Maul and hang out.
Come on.
Have a beer with Darth Maul.
And there's drinking involved? Come on. Super illegal to give a 3-year-old beer, but we're not going to talk about it.
Anything goes.
Anything goes in our universe.
Right. And at 3 years old, you were a full-grown person, right?
Yeah, I did
You were
some stuff.
full-grown. You were a full-grown person when you were
Right out of the womb. Sorry, Mom. Listen, I didn't make me. Yeah. Hello.
Hello. I have a kind of similar question, asking you guys about your characters and what you think their motives would be. So, kind of for both of you, but first, Mark, if Lucifer was able to return at this point and learn that, his own son had been able to successfully remove Chuck from power, do you think Lucy would be proud of Jack? Do you think he'd try to pursue that relationship again?
I don't think he'd be proud of him. I think he'd be a little jealous, but hide it and try to get on Jack's good side and possibly harness that power for something that he wants, which is, universal domination. So he'd probably have to figure out a way to eventually get Jack out of the picture, which I don't think he'd be able. I'm sorry, but I think that's the way Lucifer would think.
Hey, I can't,
Especially, but no, it's not. I think he was going against his nature, but you blew it, to be honest with you, because you chose the Winchesters and Castiel over Lucifer, and I think whatever hope he had
was dead then.
Just was obliterated when you chose, the uncles over
the sexy uncle gang.
I wouldn't say sexy uncle gang. Incompetent.
I think they might disagree with you, but
incompetent, a little bit wimpy.
You're very emotional too,
And emotional.
A lot of ups and downs.
Lots of ups and downs. Very inconsistent, very inconstant.
Yeah, do they love me, do they not love me?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Am I a Winchester or not, Dean?
So now you know. You're seeing what I'm saying?
Yeah, this
You're
could
on my
have
side now? Now you're on my side.
We'll see.
See? Just needed a little time.
Okay, Alex, pretending you didn't hear that. Do you
Hold
think,
on. Hi, what's your question?
Do you think Jack would be open to hearing from Lucifer now that he himself, Jack, is aware of what Chuck did and how it showed technically Lucifer had been right the whole time?
Of course he would. I'm just saying.
Well, having not heard anything before this, no, I don't know.
Yes, he would.
I think based off Mark's superpowers and your clear love of Lucifer, that for your question, I'd say Jack would sway. How about that?
Well, you're just telling her that what she wants to hear.
That's correct. Hi.
But I think what you want to hear is correct. I'm just saying.
I want you to say that you were right.
I was right. Everybody knows this, right? But it would be sweet to have him, realize that himself.
Maybe some cool outfits. I don't know. Hi.
Hi, I'm Amanda. By the way, I have the same coffee order. And
Nice.
Second, do you wish you...
As him? You have the same coffee order as him?
1 coffee for me, 0 for you.
Do you wish you joined the show sooner, Alex?
Well, it wasn't really up to me. Hey, could you have impregnated my mother earlier? Sure. There you go. Yeah, listen, it would have been great, but I really feel like Jack's kind of purpose was to help the show, get to the finish line, so to speak. And I think my character was helpful for everybody else kind of fulfilling their destiny in a sense. So I think I'm very thankful for that and what Jack got to show, for the Winchesters and for Castiel. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Tepid applause.
Yeah, tepid response, tepid applause.
So this question's really just applies to Alex, but obviously Jack by the end of the series was only 3 years old. So I was wondering what kind of challenges you faced when acting, because the mindset is not of a 3-year-old, and neither.
Wait,
That's debatable.
Yeah, hold on there.
Don't get too ahead of yourself there.
And obviously, Jack is not exactly in the mind of a 3-year-old, but he's only gonna know so much. So just what kind of challenges were you facing, and something that was oh, maybe he shouldn't actually have known that.
Well, I mean, for me, it was kind of easy. The real challenge for me is pretending to be competent in real life. Whereas the show, they're like, hey, we need you to dumb it down a little. I was like, oh, don't worry. Don't worry, I got this. No, I definitely was trying to make things very simple for him. I wanted everything to be new for me every time. So... I'm glad Mark got that response. Yeah, I was trying to be simple and sweet.
Is he blushing? Yes.
All right.
You're turning red. You're blending into the background. Wow.
It's not gonna...
You okay? No. Okay.
It's not gonna be funny to anybody.
Oh no.
But when she's since you're obviously not a 3-year-old, I'm thinking all actors are 3 years old.
Yeah.
And that's it's not as funny to you, but it is to me because I know it.
I wanted him to be naive and sweet, and
Yeah.
serious answer.
I think you got that down.
Great. Hello.
Thank you. Next time ask a Lucifer question.
Yeah.
Hi, my name's Kara. Who is an actor that you dream of working with that you haven't worked with before?
What was your question? What? It's hard to hear because of the.
Because I have ADD. Who is an actor that you haven't worked with before that you would want to work with?
Are you asking both of us? Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Alex, you go first.
I'm a huge fan of Mad Men, so anybody in that cast, but specifically for me, John Hamm, I thought would be really cool to work with.
I've worked with him.
I know,
He's
on a
awesome.
film called Beirut.
He's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. What about, Elizabeth Moss, too?
She's amazing.
She
yeah.
was
Put me on the Handmaid's Tale, but like as one of the good guys, you know? I don't want to be doing the weird shit, you know?
But I think she was the weird shit.
It's not cool, man. It's not cool.
I think she was the hero of Mad Men. I think she was the most interesting character.
Peggy was incredible.
Peggy was awesome. Yeah, it's a great choice. God, there's so many good actors out there. Who do I want to...
I just saw Sam Rockwell. That would be amazing.
Oh my God, I'd love to work with
Have
Sam
you guys seen
Rockwell.
Galaxy Quest?
Yeah.
I was watching on the plane. So good in that. I want Galaxy Quest 2.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, yeah, why not? Well, you know what they say, if you do something well, do it continuously well until it fails.
I think it might fail after,
Galaxy Quest 4.
No.
3?
I think 2 would fail. I don't think 2 would be as good.
Well, damn, okay.
So many great people in that. Yeah, Sam Rockwell is somebody I would love to work with. He's Meisner, too, which is my background. And I'd love to work with somebody who comes from that same place. Woody Harrelson, too. I'd sort of love to work with him. I saw him live on stage do an Edward Albee play called Zoo Story. Does anybody know the Zoo Story? Okay, a couple people have.
I've heard of the movie starring Matt Damon called We Bought a Zoo.
No, different. Very different, but Woody Harrelson...
Not the same.
No, not the same. Not the same. Woody Harrelson played one of the parts. He was very good at it. Little theater in Los Angeles. Yeah, Emma Stone. I love Emma Stone's work. Andrew Garfield. Oh my God, I love that guy. I'd love to work with him. Did you see Tick Tick Boom? He was brilliant. Oh, I love him. So there's tons, and the old school guys too. Wouldn't want to work with Joe Pesci or De Niro or Pacino, for Christ's sake. Yeah.
I'm trying to guess the average age here, and with the lack of ooh-ah reference, I'm guessing like 16, 17? What up, Gen X? Gen Z? Gen Z.
So how many people here have seen Scent of a Woman? There should be a reference there.
Hello.
Hello. I have to say first to start off with, I love both of you, and Mark, your acting in Being Human was underrated, and people should watch that show.
Oh, thank you.
More. And I'm gonna change up my question a bit. If you had to pick your favorite Star Wars character from Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker, or Darth Maul, who would you pick?
Me? Or both of us? Oh, I'm an Obi-Wan guy. Well, actually, but those are the only choices I have?
Well,
can I have Yoda?
No love for Jar Jar Binks.
No, I want Yoda.
Fine, you get 2 Jedi and 2 Sith. So Anakin, Obi-Wan, Darth Maul,
Obi-Wan.
or Starkiller from the Force Unleashed games.
Jar Jar Binks.
I'm totally right. All I heard was blah 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 because I'm totally out of the loop in Star Wars. But I would go for Obi-Wan from what I do know.
I would go with probably Anakin. He seems very tormented, you know? Got a lot of feelings. Yeah, I feel like that'd be a really fun part to play. Except for he has some of maybe the corniest lines ever. It's like, oh, it's feeling the sand. Remember this? Be a super fun part. And then you get to be, you could be Vader after that. That'd be awesome.
But Darth Maul is definitely underrated.
Super underrated. So is Jar Jar Binks, correct? I hear you guys. You love Jar Jar Binks.
Jar Jar Binks.
Hi.
No. So the show Supernatural has a lot of urban legends. So growing up, did you have any urban legends that were like local to you, and were you afraid of them?
I feel like were we afraid of more things in the 90s or less? And now you have the internet and you have things like Slender Man and you're like, wow, that's gonna not help me sleep. Did you have any urban legends?
Plus, since Blair Witch Project, horror movies started coming out where like, this is a true story. you know, and found footage, and people really think for a while that what they're seeing is reality. So we didn't have anything like that when I was growing up. We didn't have any urban legends in Van Nuys, California. No. We didn't need any.
Yeah, you're like, we were living
it. Was a horror show from moment one. No.
Did you have like a crazy urban legend growing up? Like, don't go down that street because the so-and-so lives there, or what?
Yeah, my grandfather always told us one about the lake where we had a camp. When there was a headless
I feel like
guy.
I've seen this movie.
Wait, there was a what?
There's a guy who went into like the little bog and lost his head, and now he searches the whole lake for his head.
Your dad said this just
My
grandfather.
grandfather.
Right? Your grandfather.
He tells you that, he's like, all right, good night, I love you.
I just want to tell you something, sweetheart. You know that lake you go to? There's
You know that lake you love to swim in?
Yeah, that you swim in, especially at night. There's a guy who went there and lost his head. At night, he likes to look for it. Have fun.
Like, thanks, Grandpa.
That's Gramps.
Oh, well, you were there too.
Yeah.
Oh. I love your grandfather. That's exactly what I would do.
A little bit of a shit disturber, right? Yeah.
You may think this is a really beautiful spot, but let me tell you what happened here 15 years ago. And the kids are like, woo! All right, go, have fun, go.
Why don't you want to swim? Weird, because I might get my head chopped off. Hi.
Hi. My question is, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
If your characters could interact with any other characters on the show, who would it be and why?
I never got to work with Mark Shepard. I feel like that would be Crowley and Jack would probably have some fun interactions.
Yeah, wow, how did that not happen?
Well, I wasn't alive then, because you didn't.
Because he died in the alternate universe, and you weren't there yet?
No, I wasn't around.
Wait, well, you were born and it caused the rift, and that's what...
It's really fun when your father blames you for not being born yet. It's kind of like, wait, where were you? I'm like, that was on you, no?
Yeah, I forgot that he died around your birth, basically, so you...
I don't know, I wasn't there.
Well, you should have been, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that would have been...
You're a Nephilim, you can do anything.
Apparently not be born. That would, I feel like, would have been really fun. Plus, I could, hear the fun tenor. Fuck, Would have been great.
Yeah, maybe I would have loved to interact with Megatron.
Megatron
is the
I
Transformer.
knew what it was, I swear.
I thought that was the Transformer.
Yes.
Megatron.
Oh, there it is.
That's right. Stealing our stage time. Yeah, Metatron.
It's our stagehand.
Yeah.
Thank you, kind sir.
This is Shepard's bit. He doesn't.
This is what happens
He will
when you're
not be
famous
announced.
actor.
You will not be announced.
No, he just comes out.
Nobody ruins an entrance like Mark Shepard.
That's what she said.
New Jersey. Thank you very much.
New Jersey.
Please give it up one more time.
Thank you.
Mark Pellegrino and Alex Calvert.
Thank you.
Somebody you're tired and mine. I will be your preacher, teacher, anything you have in mind. Your body, I have had enough. I will go to the end of time. Well done.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mark Shepard.